Hi guys, this is Vidas,
And Ausra.
and let's start episode 22 of Ask Vidas and Ausra podcast. Today's question was sent by Ugo Chukwu, and he wants to know how to master finger substitution and finger glissando and other probably finger technique nuances. This is a very technical question, right, Ausra?
Yes, it is.
Is it is it simple to uh, demonstrate it in words? This type of technicalities.
I don't think so. It would be much easier to show it, how to
Mm-hmm.
do it. And it would be much easier to talk about it if you would have like concrete piece of music.
Mm-hmm. Would you recommend people playing exercises with finger substitution, glissandos, and other technical things, or would you isolate measures in a real musical piece and master them as separate exercises?
Actually, you could do both ways,
Both ways.
I would say.
Because some people really hate dry exercises, never practice, and they simply jump straight to the original organ music compositions or hymns, right, or improvisations, because dry exercises are sometimes not for them. But other people love them, right?
Sure.
They like those 8 measures of repeated fragments going up and down sequentially, and isolated technique like finger substitution. You go from C to D, from 1 to 2 finger, you substitute again to 1, and from D to E, you substitute again from 2 to 1, from E to F, substitute to 1 to 2 to 1, and so forth. They love this. What about you, Ausra? Are you um, if you imagine if you started from the beginning today,
Yes.
which method would you choose today?
Well, probably, methods with like concrete technique and exercises. Because when I, grew up as an organist, we didn't have such a books in Lithuania and nobody taught me that way. So I just had to learn everything from the repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, my first lesson with George Ritchie when he asked, on which basically technique I was sort of educated in organ practice. And
Which method, right?
Yes, which method, and I told none of it, He just was, amazed.
You didn't know which methods were available?
Yes, at that time, yes. I knew already about, because I had already studied with Pamela Reuter-Finstra, so I knew already a lot about, early technique, while playing on the historical instruments and so on and so forth. But yes, that modern technique was actually a new thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, Vidi?
like yourself, I started practicing pieces from the beginning. My first organ piece was a chorale prelude from Orgelbuchlein. I think it might have been Jesu meine Freude, I think. Yes, I think this one. But that was very long time ago. And the first exercise I encountered was again in America.
Yes.
From let's say, I think from Richie Stauffer technique book, or was it
I think
Sutherland?
Yes, with Pamela we studied from Sandra Sutherland's book.
Yes.
But that I think included only like early technique.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Richie Stauffer's book we found the modern technique.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if I personally started today, I think, yes, it's helpful to have this controlled environment when you have those exercises alone with, let's say, finger substitution, involving many fingers,
Yes.
not only 1 to 2, but 2 to 3, 3 to
Yes.
4, 4 to 5, and some glissandos, right, going from black key to the white key, or from white key to white key, right?
Yes.
Both hands, separate hands. That is helpful for the beginning. But but when you see it done, very regularly throughout months, probably it's getting to be boring, right? Going to be a little bit
Yes.
boring if you not mix it with the real musical pieces.
Sure, I think it's best way to mix it with real music.
That's why George Ritchie and George Stauffer always, included real musical examples at the end of each chapter
Yes,
of Technique.
that's a very good book.
So that's why I think we also recommend whenever people start to study our total organist program, they could take some of the trainings where we offer exercises, right? But in addition to that, they could supplement them with real music
Sure.
for manuals and pedals as well. Okay, guys, this was Vidas.
And Ausra.
I hope this was helpful to you. And please send us your questions. The best way to send your question is probably through email. And the best way to connect with us is, of course, by subscribing to our newsletter by going to organduo.lt and then entering your email there, and you will get our postings as they appear to your inbox, and then you can reply and send your questions. This would be probably the easiest way for us to find them. Okay, and remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.